Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Shout out to my YouTube, Instagram, and my Facebook family. Hey guys, let's talk about this thing called regret, right? The proper Webster definition of regret is it's associated with the negative emotion to where someone who wishes that they did something different or something else that had happened and they have an issue with the past and it can cause so this whole definition of regret, right? So I have come up with Chief Mariah's, this is my personal way of dealing with regret, right? We all have it in life. We all wish we did this, we did that. My way of dealing with regret, right, is the way you defeat the demon of regret is very simple. You learn. You turn it into a learning experience. Stop making it into this giant monster of, I could have been the president of the world if I only would have. No. What you do is you learn from it. Stop looking at it as the issue and start looking at it as a learning experience. So we've all had situations in our lives where we wish we'd have done something different, said something different, or someone would have treated us different and whatnot. But you can't stay there. You can't stay in that loop of just constant, oh no, why did this happen? Why did that happen? No. Now you're just gonna be a crybaby. You know what I mean? And I mean, it's definitely you want to notice when you've done something wrong and you could have done something different. But at the same time, you want to make sure that you don't make it a negative. Find a way to make your negatives positive and say, okay, I did that. Yes, I did that. That was a mistake. But what did I learn? I learned this and that. Okay. And now you've taken your mistake and turned it into a positive. You know what I mean? But there's a definition of an insane person is someone who does the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. That's the definition of a crazy person. So what you got to do to make sure that your mistakes do not turn into regret is you learn from them. You say, okay, that happened. That's not going to happen again. And if you can do that, you won't have any regret. You won't have anything where you're like, I'm tired, my bad. Where you're sitting there going, oh my God, I wish I did this. I wish I had done that. Oh, why did this happen? Why did that happen? Oh, woe is me. No. You don't want to fall into that hole. You don't want to fall into that rabbit. I fell into that rabbit myself before. And I had to really learn, no, these aren't mistakes. These are learning experiences. Everybody learns different. It says 3 ways to learn. One way is you have to see it happen. It's where you can learn. Someone can tell you so you can learn, or you have to go through it for you to learn. Me, I'm a go through it type of person. You can tell me that stove is hot, I'm gonna still put my hand on it because that's just, I don't know, that's just my personality. But yeah. So anyway, y'all, once again, this year we're moving past regrets. We're not regretting anything. We're gonna learn from it and we're gonna do better. All right, no more regrets. No more. I wish I shoulda, coulda, woulda. Nah. What did she say off of Sister Act? They out there singing those shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Y'all remember that scene? My dad and my mom used to love that scene. The shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But anyway, yeah. Let's take our regrets, y'all, this year, and turn them into positive learning experiences. By not making the same mistakes. You know what I mean? And that's how you defeat the demon of regret. That's how you defeat it, is you learn and you move on from it. But anyway, y'all know the slogan, chase knowledge, don't chase money. Peace, love, positivity. Chief out.